most amazing artists, so welcome back to week 2 of your woven paper hearts project. Last week we painted a beautiful piece of paper using a variety of different skin tones, and we just used 4 colors to make all of these different skin tones. We used red, yellow, black, and white. So for the next part of our project, we are actually going to be weaving this. And the first step is we have to make this into a loom. So in weaving, the loom is what holds all of the strings together to make a weaving. And weavings could be rugs, they could be clothes, they could be a blanket, they could be towel. Remember, weavings are traditionally made with thread or yarn, but we can make a weaving using paper, and that's what we're going to do today. Well, today we're going to make the loom, and next time we are actually going to start weaving. So today, to make your loom, all you're going to need is your skin tone painting, okay? And you're also going to need a pair of scissors. And that's all you need to create your loom today. Before we get started, let's go ahead and say our class mantra all together on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. My mantra: I am positive, I am creative, I am mindful, I am amazing, I am an artist. All right, artist, I think you're ready. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, so the first step is pretty simple in making our loom. We are just gonna fold our paper in half, and that is to help us when we cut, because we need to cut this paper exactly in half. So I can see where I folded, and I'm just going to cut right on that line. Alright, so now we have 2 painted pieces of paper. One of these is going to be turned into our loom. The other we are going to use next week when we create the actual weaving itself. Okay, so let's just focus on one half of our skin tone paper. The first thing we're going to do is we want to make sure that it is a long ways. So you see, this is called vertical when it's going from up to down. If it's on the side like this, this is called horizontal. That means it's going from side to side. We want ours to be vertical. All right, once yours is vertical, we're gonna fold it up and fold down. Press that crease down so it's nice and folded. So now you have something that looks like this. At the top of your folded paper where it opens, you're just going to take one side. So there's 2 sides. I'm going to take the side closest to me on top, and I'm going to fold down just a little bit, just an inch or so. Okay, so I just folded the paper in half, and then on this first flap I folded it backwards just a little, maybe that's like an inch. Okay, this, we run our finger across this is called our stop line. All right, we are going to be cutting into this piece of paper, and we need to know where to stop cutting. This is the line where we stop cutting. Okay, so this is very important that we fold this part of our paper downwards, so that when we pull it back up, we can still see where we need to stop cutting. Okay, make sure you follow along with me on these steps, because we could easily get confused or make a mistake. Okay, if we do make a mistake, guess what? It's okay. We're just going to keep on going. Just try your best, but this can get a little confusing if you try to jump ahead, or if you don't follow each step the exact way that I'm doing it. Okay, so we are now going to take our scissors, and we want to make sure that we're cutting on the folded edge. If you cut where your paper opens up here, then your loom is going to fall apart. Okay, after we get done cutting, we want this whole thing to be in one piece. It's just going to have cuts in it, but there is going to be one piece still. There's not going to be pieces falling off. Okay, so it's important that we cut right on the folded edge. Now I'm going to run my finger across and find the middle. All right, so here is the middle. That's where we're going to make our first cut. So my scissors are in the middle as best as I can. Whenever I get to my stop line, can you remind me to stop cutting, please? Oh, should I stop right there? My scissors cut to my stop line. Yes, okay, if you cut past your stop line, then these two pieces are gonna come apart and your loom will be cut in half, okay? We do not want that. So now that we've cut in half, it looks like a little pair of pants walking around. All right, now we need to cut this into 4 pieces. Right now we have 1, 2 pieces. We need to cut it into 4 pieces, okay? The way we're going to do that is we're gonna cut this one in half, and then we're gonna cut this one in half. So I need to go to my first half, and I'm gonna find the middle. All right, find the middle right here. Okay, that's where we're going to cut. But make sure you don't cut past the stop line. Can you tell me when to stop cutting, please? Whoop. Oh, I got to the stop line. So I'm going to stop cutting. All right, now we need to go to this bigger piece because we just cut that in half. So now we have 1, 2 over here. We need to have 2 over here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run my finger across the edge, the folded edge, remember? And I'm going to find the middle. That's where my scissors are going to cut. Okay, so I'm gonna cut upwards, making sure to stop at the stop line. All right, I got to the stop line, so I know I need to cut. Great, now let me check to make sure my loom is all in one piece, and it is. There are no pieces falling off. So I'm gonna fold it back up, make sure I have 4 pieces now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, looks like we're on the right track, right? Now, this is where it gets a little bit tricky, and we need to take our time during this part because our pieces are starting to get really skinny. Okay, we don't want to accidentally cut off one of our pieces. So now that we have 4 pieces, we need to cut them into 8 pieces. Okay, and the way we're going to do that is we're going to cut each of these 4 pieces, can you guess, in half. All right, so I'm going to find my first piece over here. I'm going to run my finger across it, and I'm going to find halfway. Oh, looks like it's right here. So I need to be extra careful because my sections are starting to get really skinny, and I still want to take my time and not accidentally make a mistake. But we're still gonna stop at the stop line. Okay, so now that piece is in 2 pieces. We're gonna go to the next bigger piece, find the middle, and cut upwards. Okay, and stop at the stop line. Very good. So now we have 4 pieces over here. We need to go to the next bigger piece, find the middle, cut upwards, and stop at the stop line. Oh, are we done? What do you think? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 smaller pieces, but Miss McCourt told you needed 8. So, oh, looks like this one over here is still really big, so I need to cut it in half. So I'm gonna find the halfway mark, cut upwards, all the way, and stop at the stop line. Very good. Now we need to count our pieces, and we need to have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Am I good? Yay! All right, and as you can see, my paper is still in one piece. I want to be very gentle with this because paper is very fragile and we do not want it to rip, okay? So we're gonna hold on to this. You can keep it folded up and store it in a safe spot because next week we're gonna use the other half of our painted paper to weave into our loom. And I'm super excited. I think these are going to turn out amazing. So make sure you hold on to these 2 pieces, your loom that we made today, and your other half of your paper that you either painted or colored using a variety of skin tones because we will need both of these next time. All right, I hope you guys have a lot of fun creating your loom. If you make a mistake, just keep going, okay? You can always tape your loom back together if you accidentally cut a piece off. It happens. Everybody makes mistakes, but the most important thing is that we never give up. No matter what mistakes happen, we just keep on going, okay? I hope you guys have a lot of fun, and I can't wait to see how your loom turns out. Bye, guys.